one's allowed to talk, is that it? You can't talk?
No, you intimidate them.
Good God, you're a woman.
Is it better to be feared or respected? And I say, is it too much to ask for both? I humbly present the Jericho. To peace.
Tony Stark. Now you work for me. What are you building, Stark?
Your eyes are red. Your tears for your long-lost boss?
Tears of joy. I hate job hunting.
Yeah, vacation's over.
Welcome home, sir.
Put up the scanner, will you?
What happened over there?
I had my eyes open.
I want to protect the people I put in harm's way.
A man with a dozen apiece can rule all of Asia.
Yeah, I can fly.
Let's see if this dog can hunt. Sir, the upgrade is complete.
Tell you what, throw a little hot rod red in there.
Hey.
Good luck keeping up.
What's going on here?
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing. There's been speculation that I'm parading around as a superhero. I'm just not the hero type, clearly.
Hi Robert, thanks for joining us. So, what was your take on Iron Man? Were you attracted to the fact that he's not really a clean-cut Boy Scout type hero like Superman?
He just starts off as a guy who's desperate to save his own life and very surprised that he was put in a position where he has to do so. I mean, I don't think he had a sheltered life. I think he was just probably in a lot of denial about the ramifications of what he did for a living. It's not I don't think it's a film about someone's conscience getting the better of them. I think it's a film about survival and being conflicted. I think it's a pretty apt metaphor for the 21st century human being. You know, we have such a wealth of information and ability, and yet, I don't know, 20 years ago you can just go online and say, oh, that's my opinion, I'll register, and here you tended to go out and say or do something about it, or write a letter or whatever, and there's I don't know. I just love that kind of take action. That's basically what, you know, it's someone who's been sheltered by choice and then takes action, and it's just so weird. I mean, I go to work all these days, and it's like the whole film is it's all about the heart. You know, it's subtly laced through the footage you saw, but, you know, I got it. Every day they'd be like gluing an RT to my chest, and I'd be like, I wonder what the essence of, oh yeah, there it is, the heart, I'm the heart center. What's your heart? What's the truth of your, I'd be sitting there going, you know, I read a lot of Bodhi Tree bullshit, and now I literally have it like glued to my heart. I mean, like, I just don't really understand where this guy's coming from.
So how much input did director Jon Favreau let you have over the character?
The character is a combination of John and I. Tony Stark is John and I. His direction and my execution and sometimes my ideas, and then his direction of those ideas, my line of dialogue that he scratched and then challenged me to write something better, and then his line of dialogue that I judged and we shot anyway, or something that we wrote together and we looked at it on paper and said, wow, this isn't going to work. And then we shot it and it really worked. Or sometimes it looked really great on paper and we got there and said, we knew this had happened, the other shoe had to drop. We were so lucky and fortunate every day. Always made the day, always were happy with what we'd done at the end of the day. if we were less happy some days, we'd give it another shot, or we'd realize that it was how it was supposed to be, and or we didn't really need it.
Like a lot of Marvel superheroes, Iron Man has some pretty deep flaws, and Tony Stark is a weapons dealer. But he's the hero of the film, so we need to like him. Was it hard to make him relatable?
I mean, again, going back to that obvious metaphor, and that his wound or his weakness ultimately winds up being the source of his strength, type thing. I guess that's why Stan Lee said that he created this character on a dare to see if, in the very anti-establishment mid to late 60s, he could make a Howard Hughes-esque billionaire, weapons manufacturer in a very non-military industrial complex-oriented society, but have him have this wound. And he said that they got more fan mail than they'd got for any of their characters, particularly from women, who felt that somehow or other they could turn Tony around. This is before Al-Anon.
The co-stars in this film are terrific character actors. It really feels like a very, very strong cast. Can you tell us about what it was like working with them?
Well, I said on the panel, and she said that I was bullshitting, and I wasn't, and then I reminded her that I wasn't. She just shrugged me up anyway. But Gwyneth's instincts were really, really sound, and John's and mine tended to not be far off on any given day, but if we weren't sure, we'd check in with her. And Terrence is so smart and has such a knack for this. A lot of the dialogue or ideas and the things for stuff that he would be walking past one of our rehearsals for a scene he wasn't even going to be in, and then he'd contribute to that. And then we were really concerned about the Rhodey and Tony relationship. You have so many relationships you're juggling, and so you'll see, and I won't say much about it, but we go through a series of events together, both in him coming on my massive private plane to go to this weapons test, to being at the weapons test, to after the weapons test, to after my escape and or rescue, that are really good by kind of any movie standards, even if it wasn't an action movie, and some of it's really touching, and some of it's remarkably funny and offbeat and really pushes the limits of what you think could be. But that was all stuff we created, and then I'm so sad that Jeff Bridges isn't here, because he was kind of he's like the old school master. And during the time we were shooting, it's like I said to my son Indio, I was like, "Are you ready?" He goes, "What?" I go, "To see the dude." And he goes, "Who's the dude?" And I was like, went to Tower Video. I did it right out of the books. Didn't go Netflix. I said, we're going to Blockbuster. We're buying Big Lebowski, and we're going to watch it. And at the end, it was like, that was awesome.
All right, thanks, guys. That's all we have time for. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Pardon? What movies?
Avengers.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably be the best deal in the lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. Appreciate your time. Really looking forward to the movie.
What are you building, Stark?
I'm working on something big. Yeah, I can fly. I just finally know